Hi, how y'all doing? It is Wednesday, the 18th of July, 2024. No, it's the 17th of July, 2024. Here in Ontario, Canada, the skies were blue in the rise, but then all the clouds moved in again. So, a lot of square clouds too. I didn't make a video yesterday. The energy was just too chaotic, volatile, right? I didn't really want to talk to anybody, so I didn't even make a video. I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to be grr, right? I didn't. My second son came and he was drinking again, but it didn't last for long, right? Once he found out his brother was here, I was like, you take over from this, Donovan, you show him out, right? When you're done, he's like, yep. Like, nobody needs to show me out, right? And so after a little while, it wasn't too long, my son, the younger one, comes up and he's like, I need some help, Mom. And I was like, I don't want to lose it on him, right? I'm like, I even told Matthew that I was serious and volatile, right? I didn't want to hurt him. And he says, I understand. I'm very irritated, right? I understand, right? So my other son went and talked to him for a while, and he's like, I need your help. I was like, no, right? So I waited for a minute. I went downstairs and I looked at him and I said, Matt, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. It's time for you to go, right? But I didn't use a good tone in my voice. My tone was way off. It was like very, I don't know what you call it, serious, right? But everybody takes it as me being rude. But I'm just serious, right? So that was my day yesterday, right? The night before that, I stepped on the cat's tail, one of my son's cat's tails, and man, did she get me. It was an accident, right? And after I made a video saying that the astrology said that, be careful of accidents, right? She got me good. You want to see? Did you see that? I don't know. I'll have to see when I replay it. But yeah, I haven't been scratched by a cat like that ever. I'm usually pretty careful with them, right? But she was sitting in the dark. And I didn't mean to. I felt so bad for her, right? But we've made up. Hopefully she trusts me again. I know she's not laying in the bathroom around the corner. So she'll remember, hopefully. So Schuman was 8 yesterday. Today is 39. I was hoping not to have to go out. The temperature came down a bit. It's about 24 today, somewhere around there. And I had to go out and drive the guy around, right? And he's getting so much worse. He even realizes himself, like he's slurring his words, right? He's forgetting stuff. What was the other thing he said? Loses stuff. His phone. He keeps on losing his phone. So he says he thinks he had a mini stroke, but he won't go to the hospital or anything. He's already vaxxed twice. I don't know why it don't matter, right? You know what I mean? But he doesn't trust them. And so I had to give him a ride out to the res. The traffic was not good. Crazy people. Like, yeah, just doing weird stuff, right? Like a trucker slows down and doing 60 on a straight stretch, and then going 100, around the corners and stuff like that. And then finally he pulled off to the side. I was grateful for that. All right. And then another car coming back. It was just passing everybody. I think he was out trying to come sideways. I don't know. It was really aggressive, right? The driving today. So weird. And then, like, I stopped to get gas at the res, and the attendant was super confused. like how do you say it? Maybe like an aggressive tone, like because the machine wasn't working. And he was like, yeah, it's working. So I showed him, and it wasn't working. He goes, well, you're going to have to come into here, right? And I said, I'll just go to another pump. But that pump's not working. Well, I don't know. I found people very confused today, right? In an aggressive, volatile way, right? The guy that I had to drive around, he kept on repeating himself. I was watching, he kept on putting both hands on his head, right? And he was doing weird movements. And I was like, just let me get him home, and do what you're going to do after that source, right? I kept put myself in a bubble and keeping myself calm, right? So, just really strange energy in the people out there today. I don't know if it's just the ones that got the job. My son so far here, he seems to be okay, right? But I really haven't communicated with him a whole bunch. We've learned just to give each other our space, right? We agree to disagree. So I found that what a weird day today. Oh, and the Ontario liquor stores are on strike here, right? And it has been for about 2 weeks or a little bit more now, right? And the beer store has run out of beer, right? They're not getting deliveries. And the pop, this is all part of it, right? They're all supposed to close down. They can't come to the golden age because it was poison, right? So this is big. As soon as the liquor store went on that strike, I thought about that. I didn't say anything though. I wanted to see how it would go, right? The workers are trying to contact or contract with a defunct corporation that's masquerading as the government, right? Everything's gotta shut down. This is just weird. The guy that I drove around when I let him off, he said to me, things have really changed. This is a crazy world, he said. Things have really changed in the last month. And I said, yep. And he's like, I wonder what's going to happen next. Right? He's on his way out. I don't think he's got a lot of life left in him. I was amazed that he was mentally sound enough to say that sentence. Right? Because for the whole drive, he was just talking, but I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Right? And I kept on telling them that. And he was like, yeah, I know. I'm just like, okay. Right? What do we do about this? Turn the music up, Teresa. Right? I can't pay attention to that. You have to drive. Focus. There's a lot of crazy drivers out here. Right? So, yeah. Weird. My ears are ringing, too. Yesterday they were really loud. But the tone has gotten higher. And it got intermittent, like signals. It'll ring, stop for a sec, ring, stop for a sec. Right? Like code. Right? I was wondering yesterday, I asked Source what this was about. But we have a full moon coming, I believe, on Saturday. It was supposed to be a really strong full moon. Right? Other than that, my leg's just bugging me, my foot, my ribs a bit. But the sedation symptoms have been stronger, so not too bad. Yeah, I'm a bit confused on why everybody's so friggin' confused out there, right? I was even watching a couple of YouTubers, and they're confused, right? Weird. Separating the wheat from the chaff? I don't know, right? Strange realm. Alright, Schuman's at 39, I told you that. Sending you love, sanity, good health, and joy. Alright? I love you all to consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Bye.